I'm David Griffin. It's the 24th of October 2018. I'm here at the delightful Matlock Cricket Club and I'm joined by four venerable gentlemen from this club. I've got Dave Ramsden, a former captain, Clarrie Hill, who's the president, Peter Stapleton, the vice chairman, and Roger Young, the chairman. We're here in Derbyshire, and of course there are links with virtually every club to the county club. Clarrie, can I just ask you, first of all, you said off camera a short while ago that you were actually on the committee at Derbyshire for a while. So what was that like, when was it, and how did it come about?
I was invited on, I don't remember by who, and it was a 16-man committee at the time, and some of the decisions that they made, it was right about the time when they were building that new pavilion.
Yeah.
And
well, that opened in '82.
oh yeah, well there was a one. He was doing a lot of building. I can't remember his name. He played football for Belford Town.
Blount or Webb?
Sorry.
There was Blount, wasn't there?
Blount.
Tony Blount. Yeah.
Yeah. And anyway, every winter or there was always something, and so I brought it up at one meeting. Have you had any other prices for? Oh, we don't bother getting prices. Tony will see us right. And I made myself very unpopular by saying they should get at least 3 quotations, and because well, quite honestly, it was ripping them off. Well, that's another story. When they were naming the pavilion, they were going to call it the
Cavendish Pavilion.
No,
That was what it started.
It was going to be the Jackson.
Right.
Yeah, that's right.
And which was the founder of the Clay Crop Company.
Yeah.
And he'd been on the Derbyshire committee for years, and there was a bloke named Morris, a solicitor from Ilkeston.
John Moss.
John Moss, yeah.
That's right.
And they got him to go and see Mrs. Jackson about to put in some money into the club, which she agreed, and she gave a good donation, and they were going to call this the Jackson Pavilion. And then, before it had got finished and named, this other bloke came up. I can't remember his name now, but that was what they asked John Morris if he'd go and see Mrs. Jackson, and because this bloke was going to put some money in, and if his name went on the pavilion instead of...
Yeah, you're talking about Harry Lund.
That's him, Lund Pavilion, yeah.
That's right, yeah.
So he came back, and that was okay as long as they named one of the rooms after.
Right.
So it was going to be the Jackson room.
Yeah.
He did all that, and then the next day Jim sacked him.
Yeah, well there you go. I suppose you did say I could tell you some tales about Derbyshire. That kind of sums it up, I suppose, a little bit, doesn't it?
Well, when they got rid of Barry Wood, there were 2 or 3 of them that had a meeting somewhere else before the actual meeting, and it all cut and dried when they got there.
Yeah. And you were telling me beforehand about Michael Holding, some reference to his contract.
Yeah, I've got a copy of his contract.
Really?
Yeah.
So we know how much he was earning then.
Yeah, and it wasn't a fortune, I can tell you. I can't remember the exact figure.
I don't think many were they, in '83, that time, it wasn't fortunes. And also I understand there's a Barry Wood connection with one of you. Was that you?
It was me,
Roger,
actually, in the very early 70s when I lived in Greater Manchester, and I was netting at Old Trafford in the nets, and he was there certainly on one if not more occasions, and we bowled against him and 1 or 2 other Lancashire players who were around, but notably him, because I remember taking his middle stump out, which was he didn't enjoy.
And what about, I mean, obviously you've had presumably professionals playing for you.
Yes, yes.
Perhaps Peter, you could just elaborate?
The main one we had was Derek Randall.
How did that come about?
Well, that came about, it was a contact with a contact with a contact.
Right.
But, we know Derek Randall. Do you think he'd come to Matlock?
What
Oh,
did
we can ask the question. And
how it came about, my accountant, or business accountant at the time, and he was also accountant for Derek Randall, and we were just talking one day about it, and I said, what about can you get Derek Randall to come and play for
What
Matlock?
year would this have been when he first came?
Before I finished, so it would have been about 2003.
yes,
Yes.
2003, 2004 he came.
Yeah.
He had 7 seasons
Wow.
a year.
Influential?
Yes,
Very
Really?
good, very
Oh,
very
yes.
much so.
Is it?
It's not so much what he did on the pitch, but he did enough there. But it was the fact that Derek Randall played for Matlock and was playing for Matlock. Our profile went straight up.
To photograph him on that
The best
wall
team
there,
that
with
we
the
had
notice
at
board.
Matlock, wasn't it, Dave?
Yes.
When,
Yeah.
with the players we got at that time.
Yes, we
So
had-
what age would he have been approximately when
He was
started?
50. He was about 52,
Wow.
53. Yes.
Still good in the field?
Exception.
Really?
Was-
Even then?
Yeah, very good. But towards the end of his 7 years, by his own admission, he said he wasn't feeling quite
Yeah.
the same about his play. And what happens to a lot of sportsmen, the eyes go, he couldn't see the ball as well as he had been doing
Yeah.
previously. And
Where was it when he went to the wrong place?
oh, he'd done that a time or two. He'd done that a time.
Tell me more, Clarrie.
Elveston, wasn't it?
That was one.
Elveston.
That was one, but he turned up at Swanwick, to play, and he was well late for the game. The game had started, and he'd been to somewhere else that started with an S. That was Derek.
So you got
He did.
Elveston and Alveston.
Yes.
But I bet a lot of people have done that down
Yes.
the years, haven't they?
Yes.
We've had players
In
when we've gone
fairness.
in convoys and they've got lost and seen a cricket ground and gone there and said, no, you need to be down
Yeah.
the road. It's not unusual. It would have happened with other clubs.
Well, when Derbyshire moved and played games in Staffordshire in the 80s, we played a game at Cheadle,
yes.
and several spectators ended up at a place you'll know, at
Yes.
Cheadle Hume.
You,
Yeah.
Because
know
they
it
just
well.
they didn't. Yeah.
Yes.
So what about, that's interesting, the Randall story. What about players who played against you that were of particular note? County players.
David's best to tell you about that. Because I'd packed up playing by then.
Devon Malcolm
So who was Devon playing for at that time?
spawned in a bit, but it spawned in Elveston Bolton.
Well, he certainly played here when he was with Langley Mill in the
Yeah,
mid-80s.
it could be Langley Mill.
Yeah, but he may have played
Yes,
before.
yeah.
Yes.
And because I remember, I always used to play off the front foot, and he could bowl.
Oh, absolutely.
And he says, I'll not bounce you.
Mm.
And I went forward and hit him for 4. And next one, I went forward, and before I'd gone forward, wicketkeeper were taking it. and he grinned, and I nodded, and that when I went on,
Yeah.
he just bowled at the bat.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
I believe, because we used to play a lot of friendly cricket in the 50s, 60s and so on. Even when
Yes.
I played, we had some good friendly fixtures. In fact, we used to get more people watching the friendly fixtures than we did the league fixtures. The people would come to Matlock in the Derbyshire Dale, bring their families and then sit there and watch or go around. Alan Lamb, I believe, though, was played down here
All right.
before my time. So there's been a number of players over the years. I remember Ian Bishop coming to play, but I can't remember, I think the game was rained off. Ian Bishop of the West Indies was due to play here.
Who was that captain? Was it ex-captain of Yorkshire who played for?
Because Leeds didn't.
You mentioned his name earlier on. He played for either Langley Mill or Denby. The captain then.
What era are we talking about captaining Yorkshire?
Well, I don't know.
Post
No,
post
I finished-
boycott and Hampshire, Ashley Metcalf, somebody like that. I'm trying to think.
Dave, you're-
I forget what they said.
We've drawn a blank on that.
I remember one particular game for Matlock we were playing at Stainsby, and it was the time Les Bradbury was playing, and he was at his peak for Matlock, taking wickets every week. And you know, we're not just talking 2 and 3 wickets, 6 and 7 wickets, and up to 10. He's taken 10 wickets.
Really?
In fact, he took 10 wickets at Spondon on one occasion, and we lost. And he'd taken all 10 wickets.
Bless him. I bet
So
he
it
wasn't
was
very
a
happy
bit
about that.
disappointing for Les, that one.
He got a duck though.
But this particular game at Stainsby, I remember, we were trying to find out what's the team who's playing this afternoon, like, you know, and there was a little bit of oh well, we'll just have to find out when we get there. But Les was playing, and we didn't know who this question mark was, and we thought, well, who is it? Who can it be? And it happened to be, we got into the dressing rooms, and there was a big bag or case on the seats, PR, and so that's Phil Russell. So
Right.
Les had got Phil Russell to come and play, and that day I remember so well, it wasn't Matlock versus Stainsby, it was Les Bradbury versus Phil Russell. Who could take the most wickets? Who could bowl the quickest?
Who won?
Remember
I
Dave?
remember it, yeah.
Who won that battle on that
Oh, we
day?
won that. Les Bradbury, 6 to Phil Russell's 4.
Right.
But I always remember that because the 2 of them, they were all out to beat each other.
It's worth mentioning that Phil did a little bit of coaching down here in the nets in the early 90s before he moved to South Africa. And his son, Miles Russell, played for us as a junior and in our first team. Quite a capable cricketer in his own right, but again he left when his dad moved to South Africa and the family moved.
Can I just ask each of you, Dave, perhaps start with you, any particular game that springs to mind or a personal performance, and don't be shy about blowing your own trumpet, but games that you look back on as an outstanding recollection? Is the question to all of you, really.
I can remember when we played Spondon, and I went home at night, and my dad says, "Did you bat?"
Can I stop you, David? You were senior.
Oh, Ina. Okay. And he says, "Did you bat?" I said, "Yeah." "How many did you get?" 56. Oh, I said, "Not out." "Oh, not bad." "Did you bowl?" "Yeah." "How many did you get?" 9 for 60 something. What happened to all the bugger? And that was my encouragement.
Did you win that?
We won, yeah.
Because unlike the
Yeah,
Les's 10, at least
yeah.
it was not in vain.
Yes.
2nd of August 1958.
Oh, we even got a date for it.
Yeah.
Excellent. Clarrie, what any particular game springs to your mind? It must be difficult after all these years to pick one, but is it possible?
Memories of before I played for Matlock, you know, with Alfred and Blackwell.
Yeah.
But I mean, when I didn't bowl much, I didn't bat much when I was captain. I tended to, I think I sacrificed my own game because I've got a lot of young lads, you know, making sure they all had a chance, and so I've no cricket memory really, but one. I don't know if you remember the old pit tip at Denby.
I do.
And the old Denby ground.
Yeah.
The potty. Well, there was a lad named Tony Bourne played for us. But so, I don't know what he came about this. Somebody bet he couldn't run to the top of the tip and back in so many minutes. And he did. He ran right up to the top. If you remember it, it was a pointed thing. And them are the sort of memories, but you know, it's not long ago now.
Happy days.
Yeah.
Peter, your favourite games or your double century or 10 wickets or your
favourite games?
big
I don't
moment?
know. I do remember, it probably wouldn't happen today, but in 1966, when England won the World Cup at football, we were still playing league cricket here. We didn't have the day off because England were in the final. And I remember that was at Denby. We were playing up at Denby that day. Of course, everybody was trying to get it on television or on the radio as to what the score was. But today, probably, you know, you get the county league saying, well, there won't be a fixture on because England were in the World Cup finals.
Outrageous, isn't it?
You know, so that again is how cricket was viewed in those days compared to today. But yeah, I remember that very well. Yes. Yeah.
Roger?
Well, 2 games. One actually is about Peter because we were both playing together at Codner quite late on in your career and mine, and it was a hot day and it was decent wicket, but Codner's facilities left a lot to be desired, particularly the changing facilities. But Peter really did bat very well and he scored a century. And I can't remember exactly, but it was over 100 anyway. I think we won the game, I think we did. But they used to have the Miners Welfare Club where they used to serve the teas, and we went in later. Sorry, Peter, about this. And we went to have teas, and then we went out to field and so on. Following night, Peter was ill. But then again, 4 or 5 other of his second team players were ill as well, quite serious with stomach upsets. And of course what it turned out was we'd got the game the following day, a rearranged league fixture, and of course they became unavailable, or most of them did. And these were the players who'd eaten tuna sandwiches.
Right.
And we could narrow it down that
Tuna
those players,
sweet corn.
tuna sweet corn. Peter was one of them. And as I like to say, he was full of runs all weekend. But personally, I never got, I got 50s, but my highest score for Matlock was 76, and I put on 180, 190 odd for one of our current members, occasional player, Steve Webster, he's actually our welfare officer, and Steve got a century there, and that's my happy memory. It was against Butterley, so that was the only time he got a century. I got out, never got anywhere near it again, but that was a happy memory.
Well, what we'll do is we'll close on that and we'll come back to you in a minute, because I want to talk a bit more about the future of Matlock Town, Matlock Cricket Club, and where it goes from here. But for now, thanks once again,
Before you
gentlemen.
actually finish,
Oh.
when I was trying to think about that captain, he was the only bloke I ever remember that came to me in the pavilion after the game and thanked me because I was groundsman by this time. And he came and thanked me for the condition of the ground.
But we still don't know who it was.
Well, Dave should be able to.
Never mind.
It was actually Yorkshire captain.
Well, if we can think of it, we'll
He played for Derbyshire later.
not John Hampshire.
No, it wasn't John Hampshire. No.
Oh well.
Brian Bolus.
Bowlers.
Brian Bolus, right,
Yeah.
yeah. Bolus played for Derbyshire in the early 70s, yeah.
Stuck into it.
Well, on that note, we'll call it all. But thanks, Clarrie. We've got Brian Bolus. Thanks, gents.